Big up, everybody, and welcome to the cave. And we are going to talk a little bit about this game, Still Wakes the Deep. Basically, finished this game last week, I think it was. Started playing it on the stream. People was watching. And I tell you what, guys, my honest thoughts on this is this is one of the best horror games since probably Alien Isolation, for the feeling of what you get, the narrative and everything like that. And also Amnesia Dark Descent, two of my favourite horror games, probably System Shock 2 and Amnesia Dark Descent. So this one is awesome. Yeah, ran amazing, awesome on my actual machine. Everything I had an Ultra, I believe, and there weren't a problem. I think I had a crash once, but that's just once, so not a massive thing really. You can actually get this game on Game Pass as well. I have got like some trials. I think I might have 2 or 3 left or something like that. So if you want to hit me up on Instagram, LongHairedYeti, and basically I'll set you up with a trial of Game Pass for 14 days, and you can get to play this. And Game Pass is only $7.99 a month, and then you get. I mean, I've played so many £50 games for $7.99 a month. It's an absolute bargain. But I ain't being sponsored by them, so I'm just saying I can give you that. I can actually give you that link so you can get the trial. But yeah, on to Still Wakes the Deep. What a game! What a game. It's a story narrative type of game where basically you end up on an oil rig. Oh, I shouldn't have said fucking ice rig. You end up on an oil rig basically because something's happened and you end up on this oil rig, and the game starts where basically you are sat in your room and you're basically going and meeting all the crew and everything until things take like a really, really, really bad turn. And they seriously do. And it's basically down to, it's pretty much a lot of the things that you've already seen. We fuck around, we find out, which is what human beings do. Yeah. And it's one of those kind of games that tries to explain that kind of thing. Just have a cigarette. Yeah, so it's one of them type of games, type of stories that explains that kind of thing. Human beings are great for fucking around, finding out when it comes to earning money and things like that. And that's exactly what they do. And everything kind of goes to shit. And to be honest, I think I'd put it towards, say, The Thing. There's a lot of The Thing vibes in there as well with the creatures and stuff. Some of the it's just tense. The game is tense from start to finish. It's one of them games where you're going down the corridor, you can hear things going on, and you're just tense all the time. And they put in something which I think was an absolute masterclass. I've not seen it on many games. It may have been on other games. I'm not sure. But press a button, and like when you're in a chase sequence, yeah, that's scary enough. You can press a button, you can look behind, you can see what's fucking chasing you. So, mate, that is just some of the most epic parts of the game. There's some wicked scares. It's mostly like psychological, but it does get in your head. And if you play this game with headphones on, mate, you will be hearing all sorts of different sounds, and it is scary. It's one of those games where you're like, oh, don't think I can handle another few half an hour or whatever, and you turn the game off and go back to it at a later time. But it is, honestly, it's quality. I would 100% say to anybody, get this game because it is quality. And like I say, with Game Pass on the trial, you can play it for absolutely nothing. There was only one, if I was to give a downside on this game, it would have to be the yellow paint to tell me where I've got to go all the time. That I'm not a big fan of in games. Gaming for me is you try different things, you explore, you say, oh, how do I do that? How do I do that? And it seemed to kind of always tell you. There was one other thing that kind of annoyed me as well, kind of going up to a door and no, can't open it, can't do anything with it, get a phone call, and then all of a sudden I can kick the door open. That kind of thing does bug me a little bit, but you know what? That's a little thing on a huge, massive, awesome game. The crew, everything. It gives you the vibes of the thing where you get paranoid, who's on side, who isn't, all that kind of thing. The voice acting is fantastic. It's fantastic. It really pulls you in. The game's very immersive, which is what I always look for in the games that I play. And I tell you what, it's just absolute. It's absolutely class. And my honest thoughts are that I would 100%. I don't think you'd replay it, to be honest. I don't think it's one of those games that you'd actually replay. It's a game I'd like to see made into a film. It's actually very sort of Lovecraftian type of stuff as well. So yeah, it's just the vibe. The vibe of it's brilliant, and I mean, even though you've got like the yellow paint and all this, that, and the other, I still attempted a jump that there was no way I was going to make unless I was fucking Superman. There was just no way on this planet. But that's what I like in games. You fuck around, you find out. And you know what? I could not recommend this game anymore, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe if you can. That would be awesome. If you can't, don't worry about it. And yeah, big up to everybody out there. Still Waits the Deep definitely gets the Yeti thumb up. It is class.